everyone wants to see your fighter Usyk versus Tyson Fury. Is that fight gonna happen?
As far as I know, everybody's already agreed. Tyson Fury already said yes, he's gonna do it.
Really?
Now Usyk, of course, he called already Fury, so.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of people look for it. Tyson Fury's never lost, and Usyk be the guy to beat him.
Usyk never lost.
Usyk never lost, and both never lost. Two undefeated studs.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury's huge though. Usyk got him.
Those are the words of Egis Klimas as he informs us all, shout out to Inside Fighting for the interview, that the fight has already been agreed to happen. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean really? Does that mean that Tyson Fury, just because he said it's going to happen, does it mean it's actually going to happen? No. Because we also heard him say he's going to fight for $500 million or nothing at all. $500 million, right? Or nothing at all. But he is already, in case Egis knows, in which he should know more than we do, outside looking in, he should know what Tyson Fury and their team has decided to do. And I hope this is the truth and the final answer. But like he did say, that it is, Tyson does talk a lot. He says a lot of different things, and that those things are different. And it's almost like they have nothing to do with one another. You know, I like how they asked, hey, well, you know, Tyson Fury's never been defeated. Who do you think wins? He's like, well, Oleksandr Usyk's never been defeated. You know, so I think people are missing the underlying element of what the perception of boxing is today. And the perception of boxing is today is keeping that O, never letting the O go. And if as long as you know you always are undefeated, you always have this idea, this argument that you are the best because nobody has beat you in the ring. So, you know, so that lines right up with, you know, undefeated fighters, the best. You know, it just looks good. You know, I mean, it looks good. It appears to be like perfect records are on the line. So somebody's O must go, you know, that type of thing. And Egis Klimas, you know, he looks pretty good about that particular, or feels good about that particular situation, but we'll see. Because, you know, we'll see what Tyson Fury says. But, you know, we've heard what he's said lately. You know, he'll put his fist right through him. He'll run over him, blow to middleweight. You know, yada, yada, yada. But, you know, I think when it's time to sign on the dotted line, I would be very disappointed in Fury if he signed to fight somebody else. Because if he signs to fight with somebody else after agreeing with Team Usyk to fight them, showing his desire, doing all the trash talk and the build-up by the trash talk, I would be very disappointed, and he would have to be a cherry picker by default, because there is no reason why, or no legitimate reason why he should be not fighting Oleksandr Usyk for undisputed. You know, I've never seen him fight for undisputed. He's been unified, then he's been the WBC. So it's time for him to get his belts back from Oleksandr Usyk. That Joshua took off Vlad along with Joseph Parker and Charles Martin, and then lost to, ultimately losing to Usyk, never getting them back. And it's time for him to get them back, because they were once owned by him, because he did the same thing to Vlad when Vlad had all of them. Okay, so I think that would be worth the stretch, worth the risk. But if he does admit, and if he does fight it from $500 million, and if he only wants that amount of money, it shows a lot. It shows, one, he doesn't want that fight. Two, by default, he has to agree that Oleksandr Usyk's a lot better than he gives him credit to be. Blown up middleweight or otherwise. You know, you won't fight this guy for under $500 million, but he's a blown up middleweight, so he's not important. Obviously, he is if the only way you're coming back into the sport is for $500 million. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Egis Klimas saying that Tyson Fury and his team has already said yes to this potential super fight, hopefully in December or early January. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!